Hi class, today we're going to do our last lesson in Unit 6. This is word problems with fractions. It's found in Swun 6-5 and 6-6. Our learning goal or objective today is I will solve word problems with fractions and whole numbers. We're going to do some vocab review. Our first vocab word is fraction. That's a numerical value that represents part of a whole or part of a group. So if I have this ruler, I'm going to draw a ruler, and I'm measuring something that goes up to here, I only have that shaded part. I don't have that whole foot. So I have 6/8 out of what I drew. It's not an actual foot, but that shows a fraction. A whole number is a counting number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. Or it's a number that does not have a fraction or a decimal point. A mixed number is a number composed of a whole number and a fraction. Okay, so if I have 2 1/2, that is a mixed number. And I'm just going to show us how to switch it to an improper fraction as some review. So I multiply the bottom. 2 times 2 is 4, and then I add 1 is 5. That becomes my numerator. Denominator stays the same. If I was given an improper fraction, 5/2, I would divide 5 divided by 2. Ask myself, what can I multiply 2 by? 2 times 2 equals to 4, and then 4, and then I count up to get to 5, so I have remainder 1. The remainder becomes my numerator, denominator stays the same, and my whole number stays the same. So 2 ways to get 2 1/2 equals to 5/2. Okay, we have 3 short steps today. First one is determine the key information. Second step is make a plan to solve the problem. And then third, solve using an area model, a number line, or the standard algorithm. I'm going to get out my model. So I'm getting out my red pens here, pausing, you're watching. Our first problem says there are 7 members on a team. If each member of the basketball team eats 5/8 of a pizza, how many pizzas will the basketball team eat? Between which 2 whole numbers does your answer lie? So I have 7 members, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here are my 7 team members. Right now I'm identifying the key information from step 1, and each one of those is going to eat 5/8 of a pizza. This one's going to eat 5/8 of a pizza, 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 and 5/8. I could do repeated addition and add them all up, but that would take a really long time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 7 times 5/8. And I'm going to solve this one using probably everyone's favorite, the standard algorithm. So I'm going to put that 7 over 1. I'm going to multiply straight across, and I get 35 over 8. Now I need to simplify, so I'm going to do 35 divided by 8, and I get, so if I do 1 times 8 is 8, 2 times 8 is 16, 3 times 8 is 24, 4 times 8 is 32. That's really close to 35. So I'm going to do 4 remainder. So I have 32, 33, 34, 35. So I have a remainder of 3. The remainder becomes my numerator. Denominator stays the same. And my whole number is 4. So that's saying how much they ate. I need to know what 2 numbers, which 2 wholes does my answer lie. So I'm going to show that with a number line. So if I have 4 and 3/8, it's bigger than 4 because I have the whole number 4, and 3/8. It would probably be, let's actually split this up. So I split it up into 8s. 1, 2, 3. It would be right here. That's where your 4 and 3/8 would be. So it's in between 4 and 5. So for this question, in between 4 and 5. So if you ever have a mixed number, you look to the whole number. It's in between that number and the number above it. Okay, question number 2. Marilyn wants to make 6 hair bows. Each hair bow requires 3/4 yard of ribbon. How many hair bows, or how many yards of ribbon does Marilyn need to purchase? So I'm gonna draw my 6 hair bows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And each one of those needs 3/4 of a yard. 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 So this shows me that it is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3/4. So I've identified the key information. I'm going to solve using the area model. So now I'm going to solve. I know 3/4 is close to 1, so 1 times 6 is 6. So I'm going to draw 6 area models. And I'm going to split them up into 4s. And then I'm going to get out my different colors. I'm going to shade in for this first bow. I'm going to draw this first bow is going to be orange. I have to shade in 3/4 of it. For this second bow, I'm going to do a different color so we know how much ribbon we're using. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next one is going to get 3/4. 1, 2, 3. And then the next bow is going to be green. We're going to get 3/4. 2, 3/4. Okay, next one is going to be 3/4 in brown. Okay, and then we're going to have one final bow with 3/4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I noticed that I didn't use this last one at all, so I'm going to cross it off. I'm going to count my holes. 1, 2, 3, 4 holes and 2/4. That is how much ribbon she needs to buy. Okay, you are getting out your pencils. Okay, number 1 says, in a relay race, each runner runs 3/4 of a lap. If there are 4 team members, how long is the race? So I need to identify key information. So 3/4 of a lap, and then there are 4 team members. So I'm going to do 3/4, 4 times 3/4. And then I'm going to solve. I'm going to solve using the number line this time. Again, 3/4 is close to 1. 1 times 4 is 4. So I want to have 0 to 4 on my number line. Okay. So I'm going to make hops, and each hop is going to be 3/4. I need to label my number line. Okay, so I'm gonna make hops that are 3/4. I need to make 4 of them. I've made 1, 1, 2, 3, so I'm going to 6/4, nice. I've made 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, so I need to go 9/4. Okay, and then one more hop, 1, 2, 3. And where I end up is 3 holes, so the race is 3 laps long. Okay, we have one more problem that we're gonna do together. If each person at a party eats 3/4 pound of roast beef, and there are 5 people at the party, so we know 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, each one's eating 3/4. Okay, how many pounds of roast beef are needed? So I could add it up, or I could do 5 times 3/4. I'm going to use that standard algorithm that we like so much. So 5/1 times 3/4. 5 times 3 is 15. 1 times 4 is 4. And now I need to solve to simplify. 15 divided by 4 is, I know 4 times 4 is 16, and that's over it, so I need to go to 3. Remainder, so 3 times 4 is 12, 13, 14, 15, so remainder 3. So 3 becomes my numerator, denominator stays the same, and my whole number is 3. What whole numbers does it lie between? It lies between the whole number, 3, and the one right above it, between 3 and 4. So for that one, it lies between 3 and 4. So 2-part answer to this one. Okay, you have 1, 2 homework problems, and then rate your understanding.